Okay, so on page 140, David says, I'm still only paying lip service to the idea that Nick is a drug addict. Rehab is necessary, I believe, but he will be fine. I don't look at Nick the same way I look at the other addicts in the room. Nick is a smart kid who has gone way out of control. I think that's a really good quote for showing David's denial that Nick is a drug addict and that he needs this help and that rehab is necessary for him, and not it's not just going to be a tactic to scare him, but it is something that he needs, because otherwise he's not going to get better. I think that David is in a lot of denial with his son too, because he went through the same thing when he was younger, not to the same extent, but he obviously got through it and is stable now. So I think that he thinks that his child is gonna completely be the same. I also think that it's really hard for David to cope right now, because this is his first child and it's his baby and it's his boy, and the title is Beautiful Boy. That's what he sees him as. And all of his little problems, not little problems, big problems, are hard for him to realize that this is going to ruin his life. And I think, even when they said, Nick said that he wasn't going to go to college and he was only going to go for his parents, and they were shocked by that, I was shocked that they were shocked. I think that they thought, this is just a little thing, he's still going to go to college and do what he needs to do. But to me, if Nick is so on this downward spiral, why would he? That's just going to be more distraction from his drugs, when he can just be going to work, getting money to pay for drugs, instead of going to school and working hard, even though he excelled so well in it in high school. But yeah, I think it's really hard for Karen and David, to cope with their son right now. Just because, like I said, it's just their son. And yeah. Yeah, I think he's having a really hard time with that. I think too, everything for him just worked out easily. It was just like he just needed time and it was a phase and it worked for him. And I think that's what he wants for his son. And it's not the same, because they're not the same person. I think that David needs to realize that Nick is a completely different person than he was when he was a kid, and that he's going to need way more time and more support from his family, which his family is giving him support, but I think that he needs to almost, I don't want to say back away, but just give him some space, send him to rehab, let him have that long time there and visit, but don't be heavily okay, you've had 4 weeks, you should be better now, when it's going to take way more time than that. I don't know. I'm curious to see how the rest of this book pans out and if Nick does get better or not, but I have a feeling that he will not, and it's going to end bad, just like with Kurt Cobain. It's going to end bad for him. I don't know. That's how I feel.